Good morning, students. Welcome to the literature class. Please take your literature book and take page number 161. 161. Remember, in last class we have concluded the last lesson, that is if it would be. So it could be, it could have happened, or it could happen. So here is a hypothetical lesson, but it may not happen in our days. But similar to that situation is happening always. I said from the beginning till the end, I have told, we are experiencing the similar situation. It could happen, as things are happening. It is not that it could happen, it has not happened, it would happen, but it is happening. And so we have to be careful. We have to be careful and how to behave with the nature. If we misbehave with nature, nature will misbehave with us too. And that is what we are suffering from, we are going through. That is all the exercises and all that we have completed the last lesson. Now the last lesson of our textbook is the Gopal Bhand. Gopal Bhand can count stars. See that. This is another funny stories. One of the lessons that we have seen, that is Tenali Raman. In the previous lesson, Tenali Raman, we have found that Tenali Raman, the wittiest man in the court of Raja Krishnadeva Raya. Okay, Raja Krishnadeva Raya. In his court we have found that Tenali Raman was the minister and the wittiest man who used to always be the problem solver. And he was proud of his wittiest and cleverness. Similar to that lesson, we have today the lesson Gopal Bhand and can count stars. Can you count stars? No, it is not possible. And Gopal Bhand proves that it is countless, and that is the answer to the question. To tell you the story in short about this lesson or about Gopal Bhand is that he had a friend. He was the Raja Krishna. Raja Krishna was an intelligent man, considered to be intelligent man in the king's court. So king was Nawab. Nawab. When you say Nawab means what? Which Nawab we speak? Either Nawab of Lucknow, Nawab of Lucknow, or Nawab of Bengal. So we are talking here the Nawab of Bengal. He was thinking, what is that? Always he was thinking, Nawab was thinking, sitting in the throne and then thinking about one question. What was the question? How many stars are there? Oh, we can see stars. How many are there? See, how many are there? Can we count the stars? Can somebody count the stars? That was the question going on. And then his ministers, they said that Raja Krishna is a person who is wisest man, and so they referred him. So he called for him. When he called and asked for the question of, he stated the question first and said, can you find the question to my answer to my question? And then he said, what is the question? He said, can you count the stars? Can you count the stars? And how many are there? So he said, yes, I can count. He said, if you count, I will reward you. But if you cannot give the solution to my answer, the answer to my question, then I will behead your head. behead your head. That means cut off your head. And then he got frightened. Naturally, he got frightened. But then also, he showed the courage and said, I can. And then when he went back home, so one day he was just pacing over, walking up and down in the garden. He was going up and down. And so, since he was good, Gopal Bhand was a good friend of him. So he says, "Hello man, what are you thinking about? Up and down, thinking about. Arey man, I have been given a job. What is the job?" He says, "Nice job, good salary." No. I have been given a question by the Nawab. What is the question? He said, "How many stars are there in the sky?" How many stars are there in the sky? Can you count? And then says, "Oh my goodness, what is that? Shall I give you the answer?" "Oh yes. If I cannot give the answer, then my Nawab will behead my head. That means he will cut my head. And so you must give me." So he said, "Arey man, do one thing. Ask the king 1 million. 1 million money you ask. And then I will search for the answer with that 1 million." He says, "Yes." Then he says, naturally, he will give. And he gave 1 million of money. With that, he was roaming around, eating, roaming, going here and there, finding the answer, asking different people and all that. All that he was doing. At the end, he goes to the king, answers the question. Who goes to the king? He takes how many goats? He takes 5 sheep. 5 sheep he takes, and then a bucket of grains, and then says, Your Majesty," says, "Your Majesty, tell me, if you have given that question, I will also have a question. Find in your kingdom, find a person who can count the grains of the sand in the bucket. And also count the hair of the sheep. Hair of the sheep that are there here, 5. At least count 1. 1. How many hairs are there in the sheep's body? For that matter, I'd ask you to count the hair of your head. See, can you count? No. It is impossible. Similarly, count the hair of the sheep. Can you count? It's impossible. And so that is the answer. That is the answer. That is the answer. How's that? That is the answer. Dear children, that is the answer. Can you count? Then the king realized, oh, what a foolish am I. This is a silly question. It is impossible. Nobody can come. It is the number of stars are like the sand, the grains of the sand that is there in the bucket. 1 bucket of sand, the grains, can you count? 1 each. So the stars are so many. Can you count the hairs of the sheep's body? Can you count? No, you cannot count. They are as many as. That is the answer. If you can count, then count. Let us see. So that is the answer to that, the question of the king. That is the lesson here. That is the lesson here. It is written in the dialogue form. It is written in the dialogue form. So drama form. Yeah, drama form. So it is known as dialogue form. So there is a narrator. There are 3 courtiers. These are the characters. Narrator, 1 narrator. Nawab is there. Narrator, 3 courtiers. 2 santris. Santri means guards, bodyguard. Santri is 2 santris. Raja Krishna Chandra, Gopal Bhand, men, women and children of the town. So these are the characters of this lesson. There are some scenes Scene number 1, scene number 2, scene number scene number scene number 3 and scene number 4. Whole drama is depicted or played in 4 scenes, and these are the characters. They come as per the requirement. They come and they play their roles, put up the dialogues and go back. So if you read this, you will understand what I said. In the next video, I will ask whether you read, got the answer or not, though I have given the answer. Thank you.